everybody. We are going to get started. I am here with Shannon Flanagan, VP of Global Industry Strategy of Retail and Consumer Goods. And we are going to get started. My name is Hannah. I'm the VP of Brand Strategy for Women Leading Travel and Hospitality, and also work with women in retail. So we are excited to be here. So Shannon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everybody. So, as she said, I lead strategy for Talkdesk. For those of you who do not know Talkdesk, we are a contact center solution for customer-obsessed companies. We have over 2,000 customers in 96 countries, and we're on a mission to end bad customer service, and that's why I joined. I've been in retail since college, and I started at age 18 at Famous Bar, a division of May company for any of the people that are a little older, and service was at its core. We had secret shoppers who were constantly evaluating how we provided service, and some of those things have been walked away from, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the bulk of my career has been working with retailers, specifically for them, doing omni-channel transformation. And I always joke, it was so simple then. It was just email, stores, and direct mail, and online. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated these days. So I also had the pleasure of spending 4.5 years at Land's End, which in my mind is the gold standard of contact centers. So if you haven't figured it out, I care about service, and really excited to be able to make differences for all of us as customers to actually be happy.
So we've talked a lot about leading with the consumer in mind and finding the consumer's happy path. Can you share more about what that means for you?
Absolutely. So I believe retailers have many, especially those that are established, have lost their way in what they're there to do, which is to not just deliver great product, but great service. And a question I like to ask is, how do you make your customers feel? At the end of the day, 90% of all decisions are made, apparently, with our hearts and not our brains. And loyalty is not just reward points, it's actually an emotional connection with a brand. And so we talked about when we were prepping for this, like leading with the customer in mind first. You would make a lot of different decisions, right? And I also say, have you shopped yourself? How easy is it for you to go between the store to online, right? And then SMS, chat, whatever, phone. And are you delivering a consistent experience across all those different channels? And then talking about leading with empathy. We talked about that as well. Has anybody ever contacted a contact center because they were happy? No. All right. And so agents have really tough jobs. And we come back to everybody wants to be treated like a human. So when you lead with empathy internally, not just externally with your customers, that's, corporate offices, your field. But when you think about what you need to do to enable agents to actually, they themselves lead with empathy, you need to treat them with empathy as well. Because happy employees make happy customers, and then create the happy path for all of us along our journey.
So who are your customers, and how do you help your customers find that happy path?
They are customer obsessed like we are. That's when we have the best DNA match. With that, we do have over 300 retailers, brands across the globe for retail. And a lot of them really are D2C. Most retailers who were store only had forgotten about their contact center, right? It's not leading with empathy or the customer in mind. It was perceived as a cost center. And so with D2C brands, though, the contact center was their brand expression, right? And so they have cared very much about the experiences they're delivering there. We've got a lot of great webinars, Tuft & Needle, Vivino, Farfetch, to name a few, that think differently. And they really do focus in on that agent enablement. Part of the reason we get crappy service is an agent might have 10 to 15 different screens they're looking at, right? They don't have a single pane of glass that moves easily. They don't have knowledge management tools. And frankly, AI is really important. No agent wants to look up where's your order, right? Or they want to be able to deliver amazing service. So by automating things that should be automated, you're then optimizing the agent to be able to deliver on that great service. So they really focus in on that. And then lastly, KPIs. So the number one driver of customer loyalty is first issue resolution. Not how fast you resolved it, but did you resolve it? And a lot of contact centers focus specifically on efficiencies and not the opportunity around what experience are you providing. So good could look like 30 seconds or 1 minute, or it could be 2 hours. And I met with a brand yesterday who has a very helping women get clothing when they're sick, and I'll leave it at that. And so they'll have customers who had just learned that they had cancer, and they might need to process that with an agent. So and then we've got another one, I'll leave this, one of our brands, Farfetch, they actually have a hotline internally for agents to call and process and unpack, unload experiences that they've had with customers, both good and bad.
Those are super interesting examples. And then for the leaders in this audience, what are some trends that you're seeing? Things have been changing very quickly. Times have been very interesting. So what are some of the trends that you'd like to share with everybody?
Well, I'm not going to talk personalization. We've been talking that one for 10 years. Hopefully we're getting closer to actually being able to deliver it. But I'm going to talk about still, I think omnichannel is passé. I think it's about the unification of digital and physical, but we're still not doing a great job of that from a service perspective. And one of the things that we're really excited about is talking about how do you, if you think about it from the customer perspective, the store associate and the agent, be it the bot or live chat or on the phone, should have the same view into what's happening to the customer. Those things are not at all linked today, right? And if I want to understand that journey, that's very important. So unification of digital and physical. But virtual is happening. Obviously, metaverse is a very big topic. It's, I think, might be the most dominating topic here outside of maybe supply chain. Immersive shopping and service is coming. So what does that look like? And again, the complexity of creating a unified, seamless experience is all that much more important. But I quote, if any of you saw the demo or the documentary they did yesterday around metaverse, someone said the only risk in not doing it, the only risk with the metaverse is to dismiss it. And so I think that's what's next.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here and talking with everyone today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
It's been great.
All righty.
And next up, we have Jenny Campbell, CMO of Kate Spade.
All righty. Thank you, everybody.